Before Iron Man or Spider-Man existed, Marvel's story had already begun. In the late 1930s, the company that would become Marvel introduced bold heroes and wild adventures that defined comic history. Each issue helped shape what the Marvel Universe would one day become. Hey everyone, make sure to like the video, leave a comment with your favorite classic comic, and subscribe to the channel. Let's explore the very first 10 Marvel comics ever released. The Fantastic Four's debut in November 1961 marked the start of a bold new chapter for Marvel Comics, created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. It introduced readers to a superhero team unlike anything seen before, defined by their humanity and family dynamic. They weren't flawless icons, but people who argued, cared, and grew together, laying the groundwork for the realistic tone that would later define Marvel's storytelling. Its first issue centered on a brilliant scientist determined to test his experimental rocket. Against all warnings, he took his best friend, his girlfriend, and her younger brother on a dangerous, unauthorized flight. Their decision forever altered their lives as cosmic radiation transformed them into the Fantastic Four, sparking the creation of Marvel's interconnected universe of heroes. Tales to Astonish first appeared in January 1962 with issue 27, standing out as a science fiction anthology similar in tone to The Twilight Zone. Each release featured short stories about scientists and dreamers pushing beyond the limits of reality, often facing disastrous consequences. It reflected Marvel's early fascination with mystery and the unexpected, blending imagination with cautionary tales about curiosity and ambition gone too far. That same issue introduced one of Marvel's earliest heroes, Hank Pym, a brilliant scientist experimenting with a shrinking serum. His discovery trapped him in a terrifying new world where ants towered like monsters and survival seemed impossible. Emerging from that ordeal, Pym embraced his new identity as Ant-Man, marking a turning point that connected Marvel's sci-fi roots to its growing universe of superheroes. The Incredible Hulk made his explosive debut in May 1962, introducing readers to Bruce Banner, a scientist whose genius came with a dangerous side. Tasked with testing gamma radiation technology for the government, Banner led a bomb experiment deep in the Arizona desert. The series captured the tension between science and consequence, showing how one experiment gone wrong could unleash unimaginable power. During the test, Banner noticed a teenager who had wandered into the blast zone. Rushing to save him, he was caught in the explosion and struck by the same gamma rays he had created. That accident transformed him into the Hulk, a being of immense strength and uncontrollable rage. From that moment, the tragic duality of man and monster became one of Marvel's most defining stories. Amazing Fantasy reached its legendary 15th issue in August 1962, but it didn't start as a superhero series. Originally launched as Amazing Adventures in 1961, it featured short science fiction tales filled with suspense and strange twists. When the title changed to Amazing Fantasy, no one could have predicted it would introduce one of the most beloved characters in comic history, forever changing the landscape of the genre. In that issue, readers met a shy teenager named Peter Parker, who gained incredible powers after being bitten by a radioactive spider. His story captured the fears and dreams of youth, blending science fiction with heartfelt emotion. From humble beginnings, Spider-Man emerged as a symbol of responsibility and resilience, proving that even an ordinary kid could become an extraordinary hero. Journey into Mystery began as a horror anthology filled with eerie tales and supernatural twists before shifting towards science fiction and fantasy themes. By the early 1960s, Marvel was experimenting with new types of heroes, and this series became the stage for something grand. In August 1962, issue 83 introduced the mighty Thor, a character who blended myth, power, and cosmic wonder, unlike anything readers had seen before. That debut changed the direction of the comic forever. Thor, the Norse god of thunder, brought a mythological presence to Marvel's growing universe, bridging ancient legends with modern storytelling. His arrival expanded Marvel's world beyond Earth, introducing gods, realms, and epic struggles that would define decades of stories to come. Journey into Mystery had evolved from spooky tales to true legend. Tales of Suspense began as one of Marvel's many science fiction anthologies, filled with stories about technology, ambition, and the dangers of innovation. But by the early 1960s, it shifted towards superhero storytelling, becoming a launchpad for some of Marvel's most iconic figures. In March 1963, issue 39 introduced readers to a character who would redefine heroism through intellect and machinery rather than magic or mutation. That hero was Tony Stark, the genius inventor who became Iron Man. Trapped by his own creation and forced to build a suit of armor to survive, Stark emerged as both weapon and symbol, a man whose brilliance came with consequences. His debut marked a new kind of Marvel protagonist, one shaped by complexity, guilt, and the relentless pursuit of redemption through technology and courage. Strange Tales had been a mystery and supernatural anthology before transforming into something extraordinary in July 1963 with issue 110. That was the moment readers first encountered Doctor Strange, a master of the mystic arts who expanded Marvel's world beyond science and superheroes. His debut introduced magic, illusion, and journeys through strange dimensions that redefined what comic storytelling could be. Dr. Stephen Strange, once a brilliant but prideful surgeon, turned to sorcery after a tragic accident shattered his career. Through his search for purpose, he became the Sorcerer Supreme, protector of Earth against unseen forces. With his arrival, Strange Tales evolved into a gateway to wonder, blending mystery, philosophy, and cosmic imagination into the heart of Marvel's universe. In September 1963, Marvel introduced the X-Men, a new team of young mutants guided by Professor Charles Xavier. Unlike other heroes, their powers made them outcasts in a world that feared them. The comic explored themes of difference, prejudice, and hope, creating a story that went beyond simple battles and captured the struggles of identity and acceptance. Professor Xavier brought these gifted students together to learn control and unity, forming a team that included Cyclops, Jean Grey, Beast, Angel, and Iceman. Their mission was to protect both humans and mutants, proving that strength could come from understanding. The X-Men's debut marked a bold step for Marvel, mixing heroism with humanity in a way that reshaped comic book storytelling. In September 1963, Marvel launched the Avengers, a new team made up of heroes readers already knew. Iron Man, Thor, Ant-Man, and the Hulk joined forces with the Wasp, first seen in Tales to Astonish. Unlike other teams, they weren't united by origin, but by the need to face threats too big for any one hero. Their debut brought together science, mythology, and raw power in a single story. The Avengers quickly became a symbol of teamwork and courage despite their clashing personalities. Each hero brought unique strengths and flaws, creating tension that felt real and human. Their first mission proved that even the most divided heroes could stand together when the world needed them most, marking the start of one of Marvel's most iconic teams. In February 1964, Marvel introduced Daredevil, a new kind of hero who balanced justice both in and out of costume. The comic told the story of Matt Murdock, a boy who lost his sight in a tragic accident but gained extraordinary senses in return. Using his enhanced abilities, he trained himself to fight crime while working as a lawyer by day, blending law and heroism in a way that felt bold and human. Daredevil stood apart from other Marvel heroes with his mix of vulnerability and determination. Matt's struggles with morality, guilt, and resilience made him one of the most relatable characters in comics. His acrobatics, radar sense, and courage turned the streets of Hell's Kitchen into his battleground, cementing him as a street-level icon in Marvel's ever-growing universe. That's our look back at the very first Marvel comics that built the universe we know today. It's amazing to see how much started from those early pages. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel for more stories from comic history.